Moski, back with another video. Today's video is a special video because today's video I'm doing it with my grandpa. So we're making a special dish that I always love to eat and always love to have when my grandpa and I work together to cook this dish. And this dish is called Pozole. But before we get into that, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody. My name is Antonio, Tony, whatever you want to call me. And first of all, I want to say thank you, my grandson Moski, for giving me the chance and opportunity to show something to everybody, so everybody can enjoy. We're talking about the Mexican pozole.
And like I said before, we're making a special dish and it's pozole. If you don't know what that is a Mexican tradition. It came from the background of Mexico City, right? Or
Mexico City.
Mexico City. And would you like to give the backstory about it?
I'm going to try to give you a small version because Moski said I talk too much. Well, let's make it simple, okay? So first of all, the pozole came, I know, from Mexico City, from the Aztecas. And believe it or not, now the tradition is all over. In different countries, they cook and they use it. Everybody got their own style. There's some they got the green pozole, some they got the different kind of pozole with different kind of meat, chicken. We're going to use the tradition. The tradition is pork. So I'm going to introduce some of the ingredients that we're using. Now, believe it or not, the meat's already cooking. We got about almost 15 pounds of meat. The tuque and the pozole. Now you're going to see two different kinds. If you can see the one that the red is basically they are the same brand, but this one is a little different because the pozole is open. It's open, so they release the cone of the flavor. The one in the bottle is more closed. So when you mix it with the meat, with the spices and all that, you have excellent flavor. Now, here we got the chile guajillo, chile de árbol. That's the one that gives it the kick. Okay, so I already got in the oven, we already got cooking the two chiles in the different ways to do it. Some they put it in the pot, some they put it direct to the pot, some they put it in the pan. I try to boil because otherwise the house is going to get too smelly. So now and then we got garlic, onion. This is when you finish the pozole, you will see the end result. You will see how you're going to use all this from the onion. Oh, this is special stuff. Don't get ideas. This is oregano, okay? Don't get no ideas. Oregano, real oregano. So they give a special flavor. You got it. Some people use lettuce. Some people use
cabbage.
So anyway, and then the avocado. They give you also for what? For the tostada. We got different kind of tostada now. Moski like this one. I guess because they're bacon fat. My lady, they like the perico. Me, I international. Along the corn, I can eat. The ramen or rice, this special flavor. You will see when you see the dish, when you see the plate, especially when the Moski eat, man. What I'll do, I can explain what we're cooking right now.
Alright, so we're gonna get started making this pozole. So we're gonna get to the first step. First step.
Okay, like I mentioned before, if you can see right now, I already got the chile. You got the chile guajillo, chile de árbol. Really kind of start to smell spicy. Now the meat. Now the meat you have to prepare. You gotta make sure that you have to leave some fat, but not too much. And all the fat that you cut, you put in the pot, and you try to deep fry it. You can see like chicharrón. In this one, with the juice, they release the fat. You put all the meat on top of that. As you can see, Moski, can you show this please? Now it's cooking. Now you got the reason you gotta put the meat first is because you're gonna give it the season to make sure it's kind of like a little brown, start to a little brown. So when you put the chile, when you put the pozole, don't fall apart because when you boil, if you don't give the season to the meat, you're gonna fall apart. You don't want that. You want the little chunks. That's the reason you cut it little. If you look at it, you're cutting in little pieces. See this? Now I'm gonna show you the secret ingredient. This is see Moski? This is the secret ingredient. The spine of the pork. cut it, they give you that flavor with the meat. It's so good.
Now here's the second step.
So as you can see, we already cooked the chili, right? So what we're going to do is put in the blender. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little cold water, because you put it with the cold water, you kind of make it like don't smell too much, because it's hot. When you put in the blender, whoa. So now the cold water to make sure there's not that hot when you put in the blender. Don't do that. I wait. It's hot. Don't do that. Okay. Excuse me.
It's hot, isn't it?
Hold on.
Oh God.
So, like Moski mentioned before, what's the next step? Put in the blender.
Oh, you're missing it.
I know it's hot. Now, gotta do a little onion. I don't know how much, I just go all the time, just a touch. Okay. Garlic. Garlic don't put too much, because the garlic is most of for beef. So, and then salt. Let it down. It's ready to go. Still gotta put a little more. Gotta be almost, you don't gotta see that much sea in there, it's okay? So I'm gonna put another at least 3 minutes.
All right, so this is finally blended up. So now we're over here with the pot full of meat.
So now, after you got the chile de árbol and the chile guajillo, did you see how they change the color a little bit? You don't see the seed. And then because part of the reason it gets so spicy, because it's kind of blend now with the juice. So when they get down, as you can see now, I gotta keep moving the meat. The reason is because I want this to get a little toast, a little brown. So it got a little ways to go. It's probably gonna take about 20-25 minutes. As you can see now, we just finished with the blender. We got the chile, the salsa in there, ready to put into the pot. But before we do that, like again, we gotta make sure that the meat is keep cooking. You gotta change, like mentioned before, now about 20 minutes more. Gonna get a little color in there. And then when you put the sauce into the meat, make sure you use the, what they call?
Strainer.
The strainer. Why? Because they got the little seeds, even though that you don't see it in there, but they got little seeds in there, that when you eat it, it can be a little more spicy, but it's kind of more like it for the people when they chew and don't get those little seeds into your teeth, or so that's basically for convenience.
Now this is step 3.
Okay, as you know, it took a little longer with the meat. Normally it's 25-30 minutes, but I guess because it's almost 16 pounds of meat, by the time they cook and simmer and all that, it's perfect now to go. So now, in step 2, we're going to put the salsa. Now, as you can see, it's going to be a little heavy, and I'm going to put a little water to make sure they go through. And you're going to see how, okay, now, you got to be careful. You got the spoon, and you can see how going down. Now, I'm going to put a little water to make sure that the salt. Look at that. See?
So now all that right there, you see, and right here is all garbage right here. All this, like the seeds, you do not want to put this in the pozole. You don't want to ever put that in the pozole. So just throw that away. After this, then the hominy. Alright, so this is what it looks like right now. So now we're on the fourth step. So we waited 10 minutes after when we put the sauce into the meat, let it boil for 10 minutes. So now my grandpa is gonna put hominy into the pozole. And how long is it gonna take for this?
Until we put the pozole,
The hominy.
until we put it in there, it would take another 20 minutes and it should be ready.
So this is the final step. So after the homony's in there and it sits there for another 20 minutes, like he said, the pozole should be done. Alright, so the next thing we're doing is we're doing tostadas. So if you don't know that in our family tradition, we like to put avocado on a tostada while we're eating pozole. And it's so delicious and it gives it a texture. So what we did is we grab a lime, we grab avocados, and we grab salt. So that's what we did. Those are all the ingredients. So you put them to this bowl right here. So while you put it in this bowl, you mush it all together while the lime and the salt is all mixed in there. So you spread it around until all the avocado is mushed. And after when all the avocado is mushed, you put it on this tostada, like this. So while this is going on like this, and then you have a big bowl of pozole, and this gives it more flavor, more texture, and it's just gonna make the pozole 10 times better. So this is the step for this. And we're finally done. So we finally made the pozole and it's finally finished. If your pozole looks like this, it's gonna taste amazing. So this is the finished product of the pozole.
First of all, because this is the way I like to prepare my pozole, okay? So you gotta put a little onion, and then radish, rabanos, and then I'm gonna put, I gotta get my vegetables, so I gotta put that on. See?
So that's the pozole that we're gonna eat, and that's the finished product. So from all the ingredients that we told you, you can finally make your own pozole if you did not know how to make pozole.
I just want to say thank you. It was a pleasure to be with my grandson, especially to prepare this special dish for us, for the family. And not only that, be part of not only the family, be part of the special dish with him, with my grandson, Moski, whatever you want to call him. I'm proud of him, okay? Thank you and enjoy.
Thank you for tuning in. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Also, don't forget to get all my videos up to date. See you in the next video, and peace.